Well, here's a guy who played a lawyer in my latest movie, Get Serious. The name of the movie is Get Serious. And he talked the judge into throwing the book at me. He's one of the funniest guys I know. Ladies and gentlemen, James Gregory.
Hey, how you all doing? Now remember that Ray said that I played a lawyer. I wasn't a lawyer, so I don't want you to get mad at me now. You know, lawyers can get in trouble. The only lawyers I get associated with is when I go and my cousin gets arrested and I go, you know what I'm talking about. We all got kinfolks like that. I got crazy kinfolks. Y'all have crazy kinfolks? I mean, we love them, but, you know, I got one now. Had lunch with him 3 days ago. He's bragging, always bragging about something. He's bragging about a brand new 6-quart crock pot. And he don't have it yet because he's got it on layaway. And he tells me, he acts like it's the greatest thing in the world. He asked me, he said, do you have a crock pot? I said, no, I don't have a crock pot. You ought to get one. I said, I don't need one. He said, here's what you can do with a crock pot. You can put a raw chicken in a crock pot early in the morning, turn it on low, and when you come home from work that evening, it'll be ready to eat. Ain't that something? And I said, that's good, but you don't work. Like you're home all day, you know. The reason he's home all the time is because he's never had a full-time job, because I don't think he knows how to fill out a job application. Where it says nearest relative, he'll put 12 miles. In case of emergency call, he write in like 911. Just crazy, crazy people. But it's good to be here. By the way, I got here about an hour ago, and I saw some of y'all outside. They had food here today, but outside the studio. It was wonderful, wonderful food. As you can tell, I love food. I tried every diet that don't work. A diet that I hated the most. A few years ago, they had this diet called the Stillman water diet. The Stillman water diet. You had to drink 18 glasses of water every 24 hours. I lost 2 pounds in one day. My bladder fell out. You know? But I love good food. Have you noticed that young people today don't know how to eat real good? Young folks, they get politically correct on what to eat. I work and travel with other comedians. Some of these guys, bless their heart, these are weird guys. I mean, they're 25, 30 years old. We always stay at the same hotel. They'll call my hotel room and they'll go, we going out running. You want to go? And I'm like, do what? We gonna run. You going? I'm like, no. But if you happen to cross a Krispy Kreme, you can bring me something back, you know. And I hate to go out to eat with them, especially, I love to go to the truck stops. And this is a true story that happened in Nashville just about, a year ago. They had me working with a 25-year-old comedian. We went to a truck stop, not a 4-star Mediterranean restaurant. This is a truck stop. We sat down, 2 comedians surrounded by truckers. Waitress comes over, big woman, not a lot of teeth. All this young guy wanted was a salad. Nothing wrong with that. But he asked this truck stop waitress, did she know whether or not any of those salad ingredients had ever been exposed to any type of pesticides? She said, well, we spray for roaches every now and then, but I don't think none got on the lettuce. A few minutes later, she put the food in front of him. He looked at it. I didn't know it come with cheese on it. I can't eat that. I'm lactose intolerant. She said, honey, that's not lactose cheese. That's cheddar cheese. You see, I wouldn't make fun of these guys if they would leave the rest of us alone. But the ones I just described to you that have the audacity to make fun of my food, they will point at my food and they'll go, do you know what that greasy food's gonna do to you? I'm like, yeah, fill me up. I have to eat that way. I need to maintain my strength because I'm usually one of the pallbearers when my healthy friends drop dead working out. I love what they don't love. I love chicken fried steak, extra gravy, mashed potatoes, extra gravy. I was a grown man before I realized that gravy was not a beverage. Cornbread and a lot of butter. When I say butter, I eat real butter. You young folks, get yourself some real butter. Stay away from that phony stuff. You see it all the time. Heart healthy and smart balance and the popular one, I can't believe it's not butter, butter. Well, hell, I can. They also have, I can't believe it's not butter, butter spray. Like, pss, pss. It's a butter mist. Pss, pss, pss. Trust me on this. If your daughter marries a guy who sprays his butter, there ain't gonna be no grandkids. I enjoy talking to you. Thank you very much. Thanks.
James Gregory, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
All
man.
right, Ray.
Well, James, you know,
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. It's been a long time. You hadn't lost a thing, man.
Well,
What-
I tell you what, I tell you, I'm a lot of my kinfolks. I had an aunt, my favorite aunt, God rest her soul, you know, big woman. All my aunts were big, you know. And here's the way I just repeat what she used to say. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna take a water pill. I think most of this is just fluid, you know.
Yeah, well, let me ask you. You look like you've lost weight now. Are you exercising more?
Oh no, that exercise will kill you. Exercise will kill you. All I do, I just buy bigger shirts. It fools everybody.
Yeah. Well,
And I quit going to doctors. You know, those doctors will kill you. You know.
well, you know, I knew a doctor once. If you couldn't afford the operation, he could touch up the X-ray.
That's right.
How about you?
See, every time you go to the doctor, no matter what your problem is, they tell you to lose weight and they tell you to exercise. Well, I don't want to hear it, so I just don't go.
You're always traveling.
Yes, I
Are you
am.
still driving everywhere?
I drive everywhere I go. I'm afraid to fly. I've always been afraid to fly. I don't mind flying once a year just to catch up on my drinking and my praying. You can't smoke on an airplane either.
No, that's true. You
Yeah.
still smoke?
Yeah, I smoke my cigars.
Oh, cigars are not supposed to be as bad as cigarettes, I understand.
Well, I tell you, that's one reason that I don't join a health club. You can't smoke in a health club, you know. So, but no, I don't like to fly. It's too dangerous out there, you know.
You know.
But hey, it's always been scary out there. Remember about 5 or 6 years ago when that U.S. Airways jet crashed into the Hudson River up in New York?
Yeah.
You remember what brought that plane down? Birds. Remember?
Sure.
Birds.
Yeah.
We're talking about an airplane, not a kite, not a balloon. This was an airplane knocked out of the sky by some birds, not a deer. Birds. And listen, this is an actual quote from Captain Sully. He was a hero, Captain Sully. Here's a quote. The moment I saw the birds coming, I knew there could be trouble.
Especially those duck-billed platypuses.
The last time a bird hit my car, who do you think went down? Case closed.
The bird went down.
You always look good.
Well,
you
thank
know?
you.
And I hate you because I know you eat good and you never gain weight.
Well, the thing, I eat anything I want, and for some reason, I don't gain weight. But
Yeah, I hate people like you. I really
I'm
do.
just very lucky. I'm just very lucky. You need to get some glasses, though. I'll tell you that right now.